Hello class, I'm creating a video to answer problems 11 and 12 from the homework. So it looks like we're asked to test whether mean 1 is less than mean 2 at the 0.05 level of significance. They give us a table. So before we even begin that, let's just look at the components to a hypothesis test. The null hypothesis would be that U1 is equal to U2. So my choices are either C or D. And my alternative would be that is U1 is less than U2, right? Because this is what we're given, U1 less than U2. I check my answer. Looks good. Now we have to find the p-value. So I open up my data, and this looks like the data is summarized for us, right? The mean is already provided. The standard deviation is already provided. So to open this up in StatCrunch, hit question help, StatCrunch, and then we can enter stat, t-stats, because that's what we use for a mean, 2 samples, but now instead of with data, we're going to use with summary, right? The sample mean that we were given was 103.5, right? That's for population 1. The standard deviation was this 12.3. Oops, I put that in the wrong spot. And the sample size, my n for population 1 was 33. So I put in 33. And then for sample 2, my mean, right, looking at population 2, my mean was 114.5. My standard deviation for population 2 was 13.2. And the sample size was 25. Right? So again, this all came from the sample data that was provided, that was given to us. I press compute. Oh, actually, before I press compute, I just want to make sure everything else is okay. See, I made a boo-boo here. Right, hypothesis test, all right. We want it to be U1 is less than U2, right? If I add U2 to both sides, I'd have U1 is less than U2, and that's what we were testing here. Okay, now I think I can press compute. All right. My p-value is 0.001. 0.001. I believe we have to round to 3 decimal places. Yep. Check answer. Nice work. And now, because the p-value is less than my alpha, right? 0.001 is less than 0.05, we reject. So my answers are either A and B. So if we reject the null hypothesis, that means we accept that U1 is indeed less than U2. So we reject the null hypothesis, and we accept that U1 is less than U2. There we go. So let's take a look at question number 12. Okay, looks like we have to create some box plots here. Draw side-by-side box plots of each data set. And then we're going to answer some questions. So it looks like our data is here in this table. So they're looking to determine the speed of cars entering and exiting a freeway. So think of them as entering on an on-ramp or an off-ramp. I click my table. Here's my data for on, my data for off. We open this up in StatCrunch. And if I want to create a box plot for on, I can press graph, box plot. We'll use on. And I want to draw my boxes horizontally. And maybe I'll put the median on there, so we'll draw lines for the median. Press compute. There is my on. And then if I do the same thing again, but for off, we can kind of get a look at on versus off. Right, so this one is on, this one is off. So it looks like my median here, speed for on, was about 42, whereas my median speed for off is about 30, I don't know, 37 or so. You look at where my on ends, it looks like a little bit after 25 and 55. So let's see if we can find these box plots in StatLab or MyMathLab. So I'm just taking a moment to look at both pictures. So after comparing my box plots, I believe the correct answer is going to be choice C. I enter and I get the well done. Says, does there appear to be a difference in speeds? Yeah, it looks like the median speed for the on is greater than the median speed for the off. So I'll put yes. Meters with on appear to have higher speeds, right? Because this was on, and the median is this line here versus this line. You check. Good job. Next, are there any outliers? I don't really see any outliers, right? I'd see, if there were outliers, I'd see a few dots like off to the side. So we get no. And then it says, all right, are the meters effective in maintaining a higher speed? So again, on versus off would be equal. That's my null hypothesis. So choice C or B would be my null hypothesis, right? Does the speed on equal the speed off? Or are they different? So choice C or B are the two that I'm looking at, but then it says maintaining a higher speed on the freeway. So on would be greater than off, right? So my two choices would be null is that the speeds are equal, or the alternative would be that the on is greater than off, right? Higher speed on the freeway. Check answer. There we go. So now we can do this in StatCrunch. If I press, I'll close my box plots, and then I can do t-stats. We have two samples, but this time we have the data, right? My data is on and off, right? Sample 1 was on and sample 2 was off. And then my hypothesis test would be that U1 is greater than U2. So again, if I add U2 to both sides, I'd have U1 is greater than U2. And let's make sure that matches the hypothesis check. And it does. I press compute, and my p-value is 0.0577. 0.0577. Oh, we have to round 3 places, 1, 2, 3, so we can make that an 8. I'll check my answer. We get the OK. And then, all right, so again, if my p-value is less than my level of significance, we reject. But this p-value, 0.058, is greater than 0.05. So we do not reject HO, which means the speeds are the same. We're basically saying if we don't reject the speeds are the same, we're saying the speeds are the same. So there's not enough evidence to say that the ramp meters are effective in maintaining a higher speed on the freeway. I check answer, and that was well done. So that's questions 11 and 12. I hope that helped. Thanks for watching.